Her voice carried that familiar edge, a faint quiver she wielded to command the room. "Just a clerk," she said, dismissing me. Laughter followed, polished, restrained, born of wealth and pretense. I stood at the ballroom's edge, hands clasped behind me, like I was there to pour drinks. Her new fiancé, Ethan Warwick, poster child of opulent excess, tilted his glass toward me. "Really?" His smile gleamed. "What's your actual job?" The room stilled. 50 faces, her family, her old friends, people who once shared our Sunday dinners, waited. I met her gaze, unflinching. 2 words left my lips, and the air shattered. Her champagne flute slipped, splintering on the marble floor. Her mother gasped. Her father's face drained of color. Even Ethan's grin faltered. Just enough. And my ex-wife, she finally saw why I never pleaded, never shouted, never fought when she walked away. 3 years ago, I found a message on her phone. Nothing explicit, just offhand. "Thursday, usual hotel." No name, just a number. I didn't confront her. I didn't demand answers. I observed. The signs were there, subtle but clear. Her phone, now locked. Her hair, damp, though she claimed spin class. Her overly bright smiles when she mentioned late-night client dinners. You don't need flames to know something's burning. I've always been good at spotting embers. She started with small jabs. Desk jockey. Number cruncher. Words you toss when you think someone's too dim to feel the cut. I felt it. I stayed quiet, not out of weakness, but to map the betrayal's depth. I began discreetly, pulling the number from her phone, feeding it into a program I'd coded years back, one that traced metadata, call logs, digital footprints, skills from a life she never knew. One match, then another. Ethan Warwick, entrepreneur, philanthropist, billionaire. Engaged, not to her, not then. I kept digging. Their affair started 2 years before she demanded a divorce, citing drifting apart and my lack of drive. She never mentioned the yacht trips, the diamond earrings, the London weekends when she claimed to be at her sister's in Maine. I found the receipts, the coded emails, the private photos. Then the NDA, tucked under a dummy corporation, sealed offshore, a gag order. I saved everything. Still, I said nothing. Let her keep the house. Let her smirk like she'd outplayed me. I kept my job, or what she thought it was. At every gala where she called me a clerk, I nodded, smiled, because she didn't know the truth. She didn't know I owned the company. She didn't know I'd hired Ethan's fam for a deal 6 years ago, then acquired it outright through proxies 3 years later. She didn't know I worked 2 floors above him, signing off on his budgets, my initials hidden in fine print. She'd find out. A month ago, I invited her parents to a private meeting. No details, just a sealed letter. She came too, annoyed, intrigued. I handed them a dossier, timelines, messages, travel records, photos, and a note from Ethan to his other fiancé, dated 4 months back. Her mother wept. Her father's jaw clenched. She sat, silent, eyes calculating. The years, the lies, the irony clicked into place. She looked at me like I was a ghost. And maybe I was. I wasn't the passive man she'd discarded. I was the strategist who let her run just far enough to fall. The engagement party was her stage, extravagant and loud. She invited me, a taunt dressed as courtesy. I wore a custom suit, understated but precise, the kind that whispers wealth if you know what to look for. I mingled, waited. Then Ethan raised his glass and asked what I did. A perfect moment. I looked at her, then him, and said, "Risk assessment." The room froze, not because they understood, but because they felt the shift. Ethan's eyes flickered, betraying him. She noticed. She stepped closer, voice low, trembling, already unraveling. "What's that mean?" I leaned in, whispered, "It means I control the firm that owns his empire." Her breath caught. Ethan stammered, "That's absurd." It's not, I said. It's laid, legal, invisible. I let the words linger, then turned to leave. No theatrics, just truth, sharp and cold. I didn't look back. The glass shattered behind me. The room shifted. Years of deceit, manipulation, and betrayal undone in 2 words. She thought I was a clerk, but I was the one who drafted the acquisition. I was the one who wrote Ethan's exit clause. I was the one who ensured she'd be a fleeting scandal, nothing more. The irony, I didn't want vengeance. I wanted clarity. Sometimes, clarity cuts deeper than rage. I walked out, calm, quiet, untethered.